This is the proof that Allah is the Rabb. He is the Lord, the cherisher, the provider, the sustainer. And He is the only one who possesses those qualities. It is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone that has power and control over all things. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. That Allah has the power and the control over all things. This lordship is exclusive to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So anybody who ascribes the power to create, the power to provide, the power of control, the dominion and the kingship and the lordship to other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they have made shirk with Allah. They have made that thing equal to Allah. As for example, the Christians who claim that Isa ibn Maryam is Allah. They claim that Isa alayhi salam, he is Al-Khaliq, he is the creator. They believe that Isa is the creator, that it is Isa who created everything. This is shirk. Or as some people believe, that there are in this universe saints who they call awliya, around whom they are around a qutub, who they believe is the pole of the universe. And that these awliya and this qutub, that they control the affairs of the universe. And this is shirk. Or as some people believe that there are infallible imams who have complete power and control over the atoms of the universe, that they can control the universe. This is shirk in Allah's rububiyyah. Or as the Hindus believe that certain avatars and certain gods have control over the things of the universe, then this is shirk. And as some people believe that the stars determine the fate and the condition of human beings, and that they have power and authority, and that they cause things to happen and cause things not to happen. So whoever believes that the stars have that power, they believe that the stars have the power that only belongs to Allah. It is shirk. Whoever believes that some object, some charm, some bracelet, some object has the power and the ability in and of itself to ward off evil or to bring good, then this is shirk in Allah's rububiyyah. And all of this is from the clear shirk about which no one should be confused. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone is Al-Khaliq. He is the creator. He is the one alone who in reality controls the affairs of the universe. That there is no good or no evil that can come to you except with the power and the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And there is nothing that can ward off evil and bring good except with the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the second category of Tawheed is that aspect in reality, my brothers and sisters, which the messengers came to clarify, because indeed most of mankind believe in the Tawheed of Allah, the oneness of Allah in His Lordship. Even the pagan Arabs in the time of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, most of them did not deny that Allah was the Rabb, that He was the Lord and the cherisher and the sustainer. Indeed, the Quran tells us, the Quran tells the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam to say, "Qul man rabbus samawati sab'a وَرَبُّ الْعَرْشِ الْعَظِيمِ سَيَقُولُوا لِلَّهِ. Say to them, O Muhammad, مَا رَبُّ السَّمَوَاتِ السَّبْعِ. Who is the Lord, the Rabb, the cherisher of the seven heavens? And who is Rabbul Arsh al-Azim? Who is the Lord of the glorious throne? سَيَقُولُوا لِلَّهِ. They will say, it is Allah. The mushrik Arabs in the time of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam believed in Allah. They believed Allah was the Rabb. They believed Allah sent down the rain. They believed Allah caused the crops to grow. They believed Allah was the Lord of the heavens and the earth. They believed Allah was the Lord of the glorious throne. They believed these things about Allah. Subhanallah, in some aspects, their tawheed was more pure than even some people who call themselves Muslims today. Subhanallah. Because they did not have this idea. They did not believe that their idols controlled the universe. They did not believe that their idols had power and control over the affairs of the universe. In fact, all that they believed about their idols is that they believed that they were intercessors between themselves and Allah. Indeed, this is exactly what the Quran mentions. That they say that these, meaning these idols, which in reality cannot benefit them and cannot harm them, they say, these are our intercessors. This is the means of shifa' between us and Allah. This is what the Quran says and teaches us. This is the saying of the mushriks. So they believed the idols were intercessors. They were intermediaries between them and Allah. They did not believe the idols controlled things. They believed that these idols were the means for them to get closer to Allah. They claimed that when we worship them, we only do so to come closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, the misguidance of the idol worshippers was not that they did not believe in Allah's existence. They believed in Allah's existence. And it is not that they did not believe that Allah was the Rabb. They believed Allah was the Rabb. In fact, they used to worship Allah. They used to pray to Allah in their times of distress. They used to make hajj and they used to make sacrifice to Allah. They even used to say, Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. This was the mushriks.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers. I'm very sorry to interrupt the lecture, but there's two cars at the front. There's a WRX white one and a Lexus with a white front bar. Please move them out of the driveway.
So brothers and sisters, the pagan Arabs, they used to believe in Allah. So why then did the Prophet ﷺ fight them? Why did the Quran chastise them as being misguided and being in error? Why did Allah refer to them as kuffar? If they believed in Allah and His rububiyyah and His lordship and even they worshipped Him. Why? Because they made shirk with Allah in their ibadah. They gave worship to the idols and to the creation, and they attributed to them and gave to them the worship that should only be given to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is why they were called mushriks. This is why Allah sent to them a messenger, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And indeed, this is the case of all of the messengers. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us, وَلَقَدْ بَأَثْنَا فِي كُلِّ أُمَّةٍ رَسُولًا أَن نَعْبُدُ اللَّهِ وَاجْتَنِبُ الطَّاغُوتِ. That Allah, He sent to every nation a messenger to tell them, أَن نَعْبُدُ اللَّهِ, to worship Allah, وَاجْتَنِبُ الطَّاغُوتِ, and to leave, to reject taghut, the false gods, the false objects of worship. And if we go back and we look and we study, how did shirk begin? This is a very interesting subject. How did shirk begin? Because we know Adam alayhi salam was a Muslim, Hanifan. He worshipped Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, although he made a mistake, he ate from the tree and Allah forgave him. And even though one of his sons killed another one of his sons, this was a sin. But amongst none of them was shirk. Indeed, when did shirk and how did shirk first appear amongst the human beings? Then we know from Abdullah ibn Abbas and also Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, both of them narrated about how shirk came. According to Abdullah ibn Abbas, he said that for 10 generations, the descendants of Adam alayhi salam were upon the fitrah, upon the true religion. But then amongst the people of Nuh, this is before Nuh alayhi salam was born, but amongst those people, they had amongst them, brothers, we ask to turn the mobiles off, please. They had amongst them a group of people who were pious men, righteous men, and they died. So when these righteous men died, the people became very upset and very sad. They became distraught. And then Shaitan saw his opportunity. So Shaitan came to these people and he said to them, why don't you build statues of these pious people? And why don't you make images of these pious people? And put these statues in your places of gathering and these images in your homes, so when you see them, you will remember Allah more. Shaitan actually came and he told them to do something which was going to make them remember Allah more. So you are thinking of doing a bad thing, you walk into the house, you see the picture of the pious person, you say, Astaghfirullah, how could I think about that? And you remember this pious person and how he was. You're walking in the marketplace, you see the statue, you remember what a pious person he was, and you feel ashamed when you remember how pious and good he was. In fact, this was a bid'ah hasana, a good bid'ah. It was a new thing. No prophet had ever taught it to them. Allah had never ordered them with this. In fact, this came from Shaitan. But it had a good purpose. It seemed to be a good thing. We will remember Allah more. We will make more dhikr. We will remember Allah more. What is wrong with that? But you see, Shaitan had a long-term plan. The people built the statues. And for a while, it served a benefit. But what happened is that generations passed. And the people became more ignorant. And they forgot why their ancestors had built these statues and made these pictures. They forgot. And also, as the generations passed, the people started to commit more sins. And then Shaitan came to them again. And Shaitan said to them, your ancestors only built these statues and made these pictures so that in your time of need and distress, you could call upon these pious people and use them as intercessors between you and Allah. This is how shirk began. And when they did that, and they called upon these dead pious people, they committed shirk. This is how Abdullah ibn Abbas described the beginning of shirk. Subhanallah. And to these people, Nuh alayhi salam came, as we know, for 950